For the final time, the milk goes in last. Welcome to WatchMojoUK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 arguments you can only have in Britain. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we are looking at the verbal conflicts you can only really have in Britain, and no disputing that, it'll only lead to an argument. Number 10. When is a storm a storm? Overseas, a storm can mean a genuinely devastating hurricane or typhoon, cutting through towns and cities. In Britain, a storm usually means a waterlogged pitch and a knocked over bin. The line of where a storm begins and a bit of wind and drizzle ends is debatable, endlessly debatable, with varying definitions of what constitutes a true storm. But whatever happens, there's always those who seem to remember storms being much more violent back in their day. No matter how bad the weather is outside, it'll never beat the wind, rain, sleet, snow and hail of winters gone by. Number 9. What constitutes a fry-up? Sausage and bacon is a given, right? Tomato and mushrooms, not so much, maybe. But chips? In a fry-up? At breakfast? And only a true masochist would throw in a black pudding into the lineup. While some even refuse an egg, everyone has their preferred and precise combination, giving cafe kitchen workers headaches all across the nation, and the debate over which combination is truly superior could rage for hours. But I'm sure we can all agree that you can't beat baked beans on the side though. Yeah? No? Maybe? Number 8. Which chaser is the cleverest? Few things bring the family together like a tea time TV quiz show, but there are arguments to be had as well. First, do you go with Pointless or The Chase? Or do you watch one on +1 and still have time for eggheads? But say you have settled in with Bradley Walsh and his 4 plucky contestants, all hoping to outrun the chaser. Who would you rather face? Mark the Beast Labette? Jenny the Vixen Ryan? There's no doubting that they're all seriously clued up on pretty much everything, but who is the best of the best? Debaters, start your engines. Number 7. Is it bollocks or the dog's bollocks? This is a debate that actually can only ever happen in the UK, because no one else actually talks like this. Britain has many unique signature phrases, and of course most of them involve curse words, which is just bloody typical, but it pays to understand the finer details between certain phrases. Say two people are debating a film they've just seen. One thinks it was bollocks, the other thinks it was the dog's bollocks. The first severely disliked it, the second thought it was brilliant. It's the English language at its elegant best. Number 6. Leave or remain. Long after the result of the actual referendum, the debate still rages. In the House of Commons, on talk shows, at the hairdressers, practically everyone has an opinion. A steady stream of celebrities have chimed in with their 2 cents, or pence, and pub conversation has rarely been so persistently political. Years from now, people will no doubt still be going back and forth on whether we should have stayed in or out. Brexit, eh? Is it bollocks or the dog's bollocks? You get the point. Number 5. Ant or deck? Because everyone has their favourite, don't they? Brits take their TV hosting double acts seriously and can be intently opinionated on who the more efficient of the duo is. Whether it's the benchmark of 2-person presenters Ant and Dec, or their child-friendly counterparts Dick and Dom, or daytime TV favourites Holly and Phil, or Zig and Zag, or Piers Morgan, and anyone who can put up with him for more than a few minutes, the point being, there's no shortage of pairings to be pitted against one another in the public's eyes. Number 4. Milk first or last? Surely the milk goes in last. We all know this. Well, apparently not. There's still a contingent out there who insist on corrupting the ancient art of British tea making by pouring in the milk before the water. Blasphemy, some may cry, but to others this is the true formula for success. You can bet there's been some boiling levels of tension over this one, with spilt milk to boot. Brits may be revered for their tea making abilities, but it doesn't always come without some drama. Number 3. Love it or hate it? If there's anything more polarising than the aforementioned Brexit, it may just be Marmite. The spread has long divided opinion, and the extreme love or hate that folks seem to have for the yeasty concoction has even been embraced by the manufacturer's marketing team. The lovers of the brand have kept it in stores and on kitchen shelves for years, with it even being successful enough to have its own flavour of crisps. Do you love it or hate it? Perhaps this calls for a referendum. Number 2. Cake or biscuit? Another treat that has the population divided, albeit for a different reason. Are Jaffa Cakes actually cakes? Or are they biscuits? You'd be forgiven for thinking this is an open and shut case and that the answer simply lies in the name. but not so fast. The name is perhaps deceiving, as the snacks seem to have all the appearance and presentation of standard biscuits. But is the texture more symbolic of a cake? Is life too short for such deep, impossible to answer questions? We'll leave this one for the great philosophers of our times. Number 1. Scone or scone. Speaking of heady, reality-shattering mysteries, this one has all the ingredients to rip families and friends apart right down the middle, as advocates for both sides fervently plead their cases. Scone or scone? What is the correct pronunciation? Seriously, what if you have a craving for one but can't find them anywhere in your local supermarket? How would you ask a member of staff for their location without possibly sounding like a complete loon? It's a pronunciation problem right up there with the David Bowie fiasco. So, which do you favour? Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojoUK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.